What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And yeah, the Durango goes the way of the dodo bird in introducing the Dodge Stealth. That name sounds familiar to you. It was a rebranded Mitsubishi 3000 GT that sold before the Viper and around the same time as the first generation Viper. Was kind of a dope-ass car. Anyways, they're using that nameplate for the new SUV. And the production, you guessed it, it's leaving Detroit. Let's talk about it.
For the longest time, whoa, for the longest
Yo, Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, Miley Percocet, represent, got it.
What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage, the place that you come to pick up daily news on what's going in the automotive industry. Let's talk about Dodge. Now, I saw this over at Car Scoops, just got posted here a little while ago, and I'll throw it up here. Dodge Stealth SUV to replace the Dodge Durango. Production may move out of the U.S. Now, we've talked about this previously. The UAW is beefing and filing labor charges against Stellantis for this. Stellantis also announced that they were going to do this anyway, like to move this production to Windsor. If the reports are true, Stellantis could be reneging on its promise to produce the Dodge Durango successor in Detroit. The Dodge Stealth is rumored to replace the Durango, reviving the 90s moniker for the new SUV. The model is expected to be produced at the Windsor plant in Ontario, Canada. The UAW accused Stellantis of planning to move Dodge Durango production outside of the U.S. Stellantis is reportedly set to retire the aging Dodge Durango, replacing it with a fresher, slightly smaller SUV that will revive the Stealth moniker last used in the 1990s on a rebadged 3000 GT. Industry insiders anticipate this new model will be assembled in Ontario, Canada, a move that could spark tensions with the union given Stellantis' previous comments. Sam Fiorani, Vice President of Auto Forecast Solutions, discussed the Dodge Durango's successor with Auto News Canada, stating that the current Durango is expected to end production at the DAC, that's the Detroit Assembly Complex, in July of 2027. According to the forecaster, Stellantis will introduce a slightly smaller sport utility bearing the Dodge Stealth moniker. The plan is to kick off production of the Stealth at the Windsor plant by early 2027. So we're still a few years away here. I gotta be honest, this doesn't surprise me coming from Stellantis to do this. Every opportunity that they get a chance, every opportunity that Carlos Tavares gets a chance to cut labor costs and move production outside of the United States, you guys got to understand that's exactly what this guy is going to do. He's hell-bent on not having any U.S. manufacturing for Stellantis. Guaranteed. Like this, it's not even a question anymore. I've had people ask though, well, what does that mean, TK? Does that mean that, no cars are going to be manufactured here? No, I really feel like at some point Stellantis will try to move Jeep production to Mexico. All the Rams will be produced in Mexico. Yes, they're saying they're using this investment, but this isn't really costing Stellantis any money. The $400 million that they say they're pumping into Detroit, that's all money that the U.S. government granted them. Yeah. That's all money that they were already getting from the U.S. government to produce EVs. So if it doesn't work out for them, it didn't cost them any actual money, and they just moved the production to Mexico, moved the production to Canada, and not care. And these kind of moves, this kind of Mickey Mouse behavior, trying to play around with contracts and doing all of this stuff, is going to continue as long as Carlos Tavares is the CEO of Stellantis. None of this is going to change. Finishing up here, though, earlier reports suggested that the new Dodge Stealth nameplate is set for revival, transitioning from its 90s coupe origins to a 5-seater SUV. This new model is expected to utilize the STLA large architecture. Basically, it'll be sitting on a Dodge Charger platform, right? The same thing that the Wagoneer S is going to use. It probably will just be a Dodge version of the Wagoneer S, to be honest. Designed to support both combustion engines and fully electric powertrain options. Coincidentally or not, the report about the Dodge Stealth revival surfaced on the same day the UAW accused Stellantis of planning to shift Durango production outside the U.S. A move the union claims would breach the labor contract signed in November of 2023. At that time, Stellantis had committed to a $1.5 billion investment in the Detroit assembly complex, promising to continue producing the existing Durango model through 2025 and start manufacturing the next generation Durango in 2026, or whatever they were going to call it after that. That's now been pushed to 2027, and the Durango is going to live on a lot longer. I don't know. UAW President Shawn Fain accused Stellantis of attempting to go back on the deal. Quote, something he says will not be tolerated by the union. In light of Stellantis' recent announcement of a $406 million investment to upgrade 3 Michigan plants, Fain pointed out that this figure constitutes merely 2% of the promised $18.9 billion investment commitment, leaving a staggering 98% still unaccounted for. Stellantis, always not to be not heard, spoke up through their spokesperson, Jody Tinson, and issued the following statement. Stellantis has not received the filing and therefore has not had an opportunity to review the charge. The company has not violated the commitments made in the investment letter, including in the 2023 UAW collective bargaining agreement. Like all of our competitors, Stellantis is attempting to carefully manage how and when we bring new vehicles to market with a focus on enhancing our competitiveness and ensuring our future sustainability and growth. We will communicate our plans with the UAW at the appropriate time. Well, needless to say, it's a wrap for Detroit Assembly. Know that you probably have some job security between now and 2027, as long as the Durango keeps selling. I know they're making the Hellcat this one last version, which is the Hellcat. They said that the engine wouldn't be out in any more vehicles, but now we have a 2025 Hellcat Durango. Yeah, that one. That last call bullshit. Anyways, they will continue to make the Durango. I don't know if they're going to start coming out with Hurricane versions of the Durango, or if they're just going to be 3.6 liters or 5.7 Hemis or 6.4 Hemis moving forward as far as a V8 option. But we know that they're going to manufacture them at least until the end of 2026, beginning of 2027, when the new platform is built or starts being built in Canada, not in Detroit. Go figure. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.